You've probably realised by this point in the presentation that my dad was a very keen photographer. When I was a kid, I think I might have had a shot at a Guinness World Record for being the most photographed teenager in Liverpool, or at least in Norris Green. My dad didn't take snapshots. When he got his camera out, it usually meant there was going to be at least 3 or 4 frames fired off, and more often than not, I'd be the subject. This is no more evident than in these series of pictures of me and Mark playing the guitar in the garden. The guitar in these pictures is the one that was given to me by Michael Murphy's dad, and Mark's probably shown me a few chords here. The most striking thing about these pictures is not that they capture 2/5 of Frankie Goes to Hollywood 10 years before it happened, or even that they capture me taking my first steps to becoming a professional musician and learning my first chords. The most striking thing about these pictures is my horrible teeth. Check out those railings. I'd been given antibiotics when I was 2 years old, and this had caused an allergic reaction. So when my milk teeth fell out and my proper teeth grew, this is what I was left with. I got them capped just before I was 16, so I didn't have to pay, and the caps that I got on the National Health lasted me well into my period with Frankie. Unfortunately, I broke one of them whilst out at dinner in Paris, sitting at a table with Eartha Kitt. I was biting my nails whilst waiting for my main course, and one of the caps snapped, turning my National Health smile into something that resembled Shane McGowan, much to the amusement of Mark and Ped, who referred to me for the next 3 days as rum sodomy in the Nash. Never mind the teeth, what about the haircut? It was probably only a few years after this that I discovered Weller wet gel and hair dryers, and would hang upside down off me bed like a fruit bat trying to get my hair to stand on end. It's not all bad news though. Check out the stitching on my shirt. That's proper 1970s British quality, that. Long before the days of Vietnamese and Indian sweatshops. I'd love to be able to remember what we were playing. If I was a betting man, I'd probably say the Stranglers. Maybe Mark was teaching me to play the bass line in Peaches.